Dr. Preeti Meena. I'm here on the behalf of social media team of Women in Nephrology conference that is going to be held in Bangalore this year. So today we have none other than Dr. Vandana Dua. She is assistant professor in the Department of Nephrology and Interventional Nephrology at Emory University. She has done tremendous amount of work in the field of nephrology and obviously interventional nephrology. So first of all, thank you for agreeing for the session and thank you for delivering a session at our conference. So my first question to you is, what inspired you for nephrology and what made you move towards the field of intervention nephrology?
So thank you so much for inviting me. It's truly my honor and my privilege to be a part of this program. And going back to your question as to what inspired me to nephrology, I think it's always the people that inspire us. And when I was in India and doing my MD medicine, that's when I had a choice for research projects. And the person that I thought was the smartest and the one that I wanted to emulate was well, at that time he was colonel, but now he's general. So General Narula was the one that I really, I was like, oh my gosh, he's just so intelligent. If I could be just 1/100th of that, I would be good enough. And so that was the first reason that I sort of moved towards nephrology. And then my life, as we were talking about earlier, my life completely changed. And I ended up moving to the States and had to do my residency all over again, start from scratch. And at that time, I was actually going to do, or I had thought that I was going to do endocrine. And I had signed up for endocrine as a resident. But then I had another amazing nephrology attending, Dr. Youssef, who absolutely would not let me change. She said, you're going to do nephrology and that's what you're going to be. And so she was the one who really pushed me and convinced me. And so between the two of them, that's the reason I'm a nephrologist. And interventional also, literally, I think that was, I always feel like a lot of things are destiny. And I was finishing up my nephrology fellowship at Emory. And I got a chance to work at the Access Center for actually 3 to 4 weeks, and absolutely loved the procedures. And as soon as I walked into the Access Center, I think by the second week, I was doing thrombectomies, angioplasties, angiograms, and I just loved the instant gratification of doing a procedure and getting a good result. When we see patients in clinics and in hospitals, they take a lot of time to get better. And interventional nephrology had that, excitement and being able to really make a difference right then and there. And so I loved combining the different aspects of nephrology and, sort of being able to do a few different things.
Thank you so much. Actually, this is very fantastic and you are doing a wonderful job. We all look up to you. You are actually inspiration to a lot of us and a lot of lung nephrologists who want to do something in interventional nephrology. So can you please tell us in brief about your session you are going to deliver in the coming conference?
Right. So in this conference, what I was asked to talk about was the use of ultrasound. And so what I'm going to do is walk you through certain cases using ultrasound and showing different ultrasonographic findings, going through that'll actually, I personally believe, knowing how to use ultrasound and how to do ultrasound really makes me a better nephrologist. And it does give you that information that you need, that you don't have to wait for someone else to do the ultrasound. You can just do the ultrasound yourself. And even when somebody else has done the ultrasound, if you have the images in the chart, I think it's very helpful to have the knowledge how to interpret it. So you don't necessarily have to be the one to do it, but you should know how to read an ultrasound as a nephrologist. And that just gives us a better clinical picture. Sometimes a radiologist might write something and, especially if I'm deciding if I'm going to go ahead and biopsy a patient or not, I want to be able to see and interpret the images myself. And so what I'm hoping is through the cases that I've chosen to put into the talk, you'll get a good variety of the pathology that you can see with kidney ultrasound, and then how you can use that to help you in your decision making, as well as a nephrologist, and be able to expedite care for the patient as well.
Yeah, very important session. Focus is actually very emerging thing in nephrology, and we are all looking forward for your session. I'm sure it's going to be great. So do you want to send any message to our viewers and readers who are going to come in WINCON, especially for the young nephrologist?
Well, I think I would just say that follow your heart, because obviously the fact that you've chosen nephrology means that all of you are interested in the analytical, the logical part of it. And then the beauty of nephrology is it's like one door, but so many different options. When you get in there, find your niche. So find something. This was the advice that was given to me when I started out, was find an area of medicine that you know the most about, so that whenever someone thinks about that area, they think of you. And so I think if you can find your niche, if you can find what it is, and obviously you have to be passionate about it, because that's where how you go from being very good to outstanding or exceptional, and be committed and make sure that you put in the time. And of course, since this is a WIN conference, I have to say that life is always a little bit with women, I'm sure a lot of men do that too, but we're just used to that, is that we balance so many different things. And I was just thinking, ASDEN, our Interventional Nephrology Society, is now our 20th scientific meeting. But when it started, and I look back through the years, it was the same years that I had my children. And I'm thinking, my children have grown up, and ASDEN is, so our years of working are the same years that our family is growing. And so it's hard to find that balance. But I think having that balance makes us all better. Having the capacity to work and to be able to take care of our families, it's difficult. And that's what we are there for each other. And I think we can lean on each other and become stronger using each other as friends and support. And so I think for all the women out there, go for it, and go for your dreams, go for your passions, and personally and professionally, everyone, I wish you all a lot of success.
Thanks a lot. It was really a privilege to have you here, and the message was actually wonderful. So I request all the viewers here to join us at WINCON. We are all waiting for you. It's going to be great academic feat. So please join us. Thank you so much.